And we are live. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Are here for another Q&A live stream, because the last one I really enjoyed doing. I do so many streams where I'm doing more complex things, painting, playing video games, doing art that you guys suggest, um, or just talking with some other people on a call, and it was really refreshing to do a live stream a few nights back, where I was just answering your questions. So that's what we're gonna be doing again. Woo. Um. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you so much for sorry, taking some time out of your day to watch me. And yeah, we're gonna get started here with the questions in just a few minutes. Hope you guys are all doing well. And I think that's enough of an I think that's enough of an intro now. I was like, what do I say next? Just say thank you 30 times. No, but honestly, thank you. Sorry, but I'm coughing so much. Luckily for me, this is a rare occasion of me bringing a bottle of water with me to my stream. Something that I should really do a lot more often than I do. I have a problem with how I project my voice. I don't think it's the healthiest way to project your voice. So a lot of times after I do a live stream, my voice will just hurt a lot for like hours, or sometimes even like the next day. So I'm trying to work on that, which is why I'm always remembering to bring water with me. I think where I project my voice from when I'm talking this loudly isn't like the healthiest place to project your voice from. But yeah. Why does your room have bad Wi-Fi? It really does. I've said that before in several streams. That's why I used to not stream in my room. I don't know why. But like this area, this is like the corner of my house, you know. I'm on the second floor obviously, and then I'm just kind of in the back corner of my house. And it's annoying. It's really annoying. Um yeah, by far. By far my room, where I sit here in my chair in the corner of my room, is the worst Wi-Fi in my entire house. It's awful. And I genuinely don't know why. Alright, let's get to some questions. Alright. Do you have RST McQueen from Strike? I do. I got him back in 2020. I got him back in 2020. Online, just because I found him for a good price. And I do have him, but I keep him in his little acrylic case. I actually keep him on a shelf in my closet alongside my Neon Racers. My Neon Racers Comic Con box set, that is. Yeah, so I do have him. I just kind of keep him in a special place, away from other stuff. Are you gonna do another collab with Phantom Thomas 31? Yeah, the video he did for Tito Reviews Tide Guest Host Week, his cars in a nutshell, which is absolutely hilarious, did super well. And it's kind of awkward because it's one of my most viewed videos now, and you know, it was not made by me. It was made by him as part of my my guest host week event. Um, he comes on my live streams pretty frequently. Uh, he's part of the group chat that I typically open up for my chat. I don't know if I'm gonna do another event like guest host week, and if I do, I think I'm gonna try to have different hosts. But you could catch them pretty frequently on my live streams. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. May or may not have shaken him out of the case. Oh, I took mine out of the case too. It's not. They just gave him special packaging. They just gave him that case. That case means nothing. He's not rare. He really isn't. I got mine for like $15. Yeah. I just keep mine in the case because he came in a special case. Are you gonna do another Sarge film style video, but it's a different character, like Mater Films or Little Fillmore Films, etc.? No, if I ever do a follow up to Sarge Films, it's gonna be more Sarge Films. I think part of the appeal is it was Sarge, and I could do it with a different character, but there's really no point because the joke isn't the fact that it's like Sarge's personality affecting things. The joke is the fact that everybody is Sarge, and it doesn't go much further than that. It's just me making fun of movies, but everybody is Sarge. And I really do need to do a sequel to that. For quite a while, I planned to do a follow-up to it, and I just never got around to it. At this point, I don't know if I will. I was originally hoping to do like a whole series of Sarge Films episodes, but just having the one for now, I'm okay with. Yeah, I did consider. I was gonna do Sarge Films, and then I was gonna do a video called Sarge TV. Sarge B or Sarge Manheimer. Yeah, exactly. See, we could do that this time. Let's hope that my phone doesn't overheat this time. I saw your Ty diecast cameo in a Rusty Studio video. Really? Which one? I don't watch him. I've heard his stuff is very good, but I don't watch Rusty Studios. What is that in a video? Let me find Rusty Studios channel. What are the funniest customs you've ever made? I think I answered that in the YouTube short once. Man, I've done some that I think are pretty funny. I think some of the mini racer ones, like the Thanos Mater or the McQueen based on the Kerchoo meme, are up there. Oh, is it in the McQueen verse video? Do you have like a time? This sounds so stupid, but do you have like a timestamp? Wait, does that mean he thinks that? Does he think that the Thai custom is a McQueen variant? Because it's not. Funny because I saw that he posted that and I thought it was funny. Oh, that is Thai. Wow. Oh. Hey. I was gonna say, it's funny because I'm doing Multiversal Dash, and I know the multiverse stuff is what's in right now, but he just straight up shouted out my project at the end. I didn't know that. That's very nice. That didn't have to be done. More than one person can make a project about the same concept. You don't have to. That's very nice. Let me see. Let me see how it goes. Let's see. Off the tripod you go. All right. Let me see how this is.
Oh, I know, but me, my unnamed hot rod friend, Do not be alarmed. I'm McQueen. It's like Joe Mater, but no, it's not. I've been stuck in this egg for 14 years. You're not a queen. Oh, I know, but me and my unnamed hot rod friend.
Is that where it starts? Where does the me cameo start? Okay. Okay.
Lan McQueen with leaves on my face. Lan McQueen with no teeth in my face. Hi, my name is Lan McQueen. It's like Joe Mater, but no, it's not. I've been stuck in this egg for 14 years. You're not a queen. Oh, I know, but me and my unnamed hot rod friend. Do not be alarmed. We're on our own little multiversal dash. Wink, wink. We were wondering if you've seen a mater anywhere around here. Just me. Sorry, wrong mater. Bye now. Whoa. They seem nice.
Nice. Thanks, Rusty Studios. That's very fun. Does that mean I have to include this clip in in my movie? Teacher Reviews Ty announced that he's working on a fan film called Multiversal Dash a while ago. It has something to do with McQueen traveling through the multiverse to find Mater. It seems pretty cool, and I recommend checking out when it gets released. That was just my exaggerated impression of him. I felt the need to point that out, lol. Thanks, Rusty Studios. Very funny, man. I would comment on the video, but it's made for kids, unfortunately. That's pretty fun. I love that, my unnamed hot rod friend. Yeah, nice. Thank you very much. Also wonderful. Do I sound like that? I don't know. I've never heard an impression of my voice. Okay, anyway. Sorry about that. Back to the Q&A. Are you going to make another commercial Night Court edit with anyone or just yourself? Well, Rajshun and I made that back last summer just because we thought that was funny. I don't know if I'll do it again, but it does go pretty hard. Have you confirmed the rumor that a Clutch Kringle has appeared in every Cars Adventures episode since season 19? No, he's only in this current season. Any new scores recently? No, my scores have sucked. Is there a car that you used to not like, but later on you started to like it? Some of the rocket racers I've definitely warmed up to over the years. I used to really, really, really not like them, but over the years I've begun to like some of them more and more. I'm sure I can think of a better answer. How has the American Revolution affected your personal life? It's made me not British. Sorry, it's pretty late. You're not late, Eduardo. It's only been going on for 10 minutes. We enter a universe where Mater's the president. Well, it would be funny, but... Well, I do have the President Mater color changer. I don't know. We'll see. When's your Cars Diecast 2023 ranking video coming out? That's the question. I've left the poll open. And unfortunately, people haven't been voting for the past few days, and one of the polls is tied. I can't even do a top 5. There are so many options, which means, like, people have voted for 30 different things. Which means I can only really do a top 5. I didn't want to do my top 10 list until after the viewer made one was, because I don't want my list to affect other people's opinions. But then again, if I do my list first and then plug the fact that you could vote for the viewer list, maybe that's better. I'm not sure. Best and worst endurance racers. My favorite is probably Ed Trunken. I think you probably have to say McQueen because he's the only one with a new design. I don't know. I think my favorite is Ed Trunken. Some of the later ones, like Flipped Over, is pretty good. Michael Roeder might be my favorite. I don't actually have Michael, but he might be my favorite. Worst? Probably Sheldon Shifter is a pretty weak one. I have no problem with affecting the people's votes. Vote Mark Sondheimer. No! Best and worst mini adventure. I don't have enough mini adventures. But by far, I'm going to say the best one is the tractor that's painted like a police car, thank you. You can't top police tractor. Which is probably, like, one of the stupidest Cars products ever. So, you know. we're gonna put him up there. Their anniversary McQueen is Steve, and Steve is McQueen. Probably not that, but Hot Rod Tractor, yeah. And thanks, Rusty Studios, I love that. Me and my nondescript Hot Rod friend. I said this on the last room, but it's crazy to see how many people have made customs based on my customs. I always think that's so cool. This little guy's gotten around, dude. he's been on so many channels now. What's the worst Mater variant? It was kind of cursed seeing Cars 1 Model Tie. I've seen people use that before. I think Robin has. Okay, worst Mater variant. I'm tempted to say Road Rumbler Mater. You guys know I don't like how Road Rumbler Mater turned out. He's up there. I don't think I've ever been as disappointed with the Mater than I was with that. I don't like the NASCAR Mater. He's pretty bad. Not bad, but like I think Road Rumbler's Mater is the only one I could really say is bad, which is unfortunate because the mold is really good, but the rest of him just looks bad. Yeah, I can't like strongly be like this is the worst Mater. But unfortunately, that one is up there. What's the most obscure Cars item you own? That I bought, but like apparently isn't supposed to exist. I think that's probably a good answer. When will errors and weird products return? So I'm actually currently working on Errors and Inconsistencies 21. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it out, but I have recorded most of it. Weird products, I'm not sure, but I do want to get one out by the end of the month, so we will see for that. Not sure what it's gonna be. I think I may finally just give in and do weird puzzles too, because I was supposed to do it a while ago. Never seen Talladega Nights. So what's been happening? Not much. I've been live streaming for the past 19 minutes. That's kind of it. Thanks for asking. It's lap 3, the last Cars Adventures lap. Yes. But I'm not sure how many seasons it's gonna have. That's the thing. I mean, at this rate, it's gonna be going on until I'm dead. With how bad the upload schedule has been. But, yeah, as soon as we get that upload schedule back under control, man. Should you do a parody of Bad by Michael Jackson, poke fun of how bad all the errors are? See, the thing is, the song would still be called Bad. And I think part of the appeal of a parody song is that it has a different name. Any Disney Channel shows you watch? Not anymore. But I was quite the connoisseur of the Disney Channel back in my day. Hey! It's Sarge's Collection! Welcome, Sarge's Collection! You've asked this before. Sarge's Collection asked me this once in a Q&A video, and then I accidentally lost the footage of the Q&A video. So the least I could do is answer now. I still wonder, how do you come up with a visual and personality design for a Cars character? It's hard. My creative process is hard to explain, but I always go in with an idea for what I want for the character, right? With Cars, a lot of it is simply what I have. When I want to make a new custom, oftentimes in terms of design, I just look at what cars I have duplicates of and then go from there. Or alternatively, I look at what cars are out. Because I don't want to go out of my way to spend money on a car, just to repaint. In terms of personality, again, it always kind of comes down to, well, where can I... what... Again, it's always a mix of what's out or what do I have and what do I want to do, So back in 2018, I got a spare Charlie Checker, and I didn't know what to do with him, and that inspired me to repaint him into a police car. And I was like, okay, well, I could do a storyline where Sheriff feels like he's getting old, and he wants to hire a new police car. And that's how I made Patrick Pace, who's one of my most prominent, original characters in Cars Adventures. It's always a mix of what do I have, and then what do I want to do with them. Is there a request for Cars for everyone? Has Cars 2 ever aired on the Disney Channel? Yes, it has. I watched it on the Disney Channel once a few years back. Got the gold Cruiser McQueen 10 pack. Very nice. I've wanted to get that, but it's stupid expensive now. What's a character? Welcome, NCAP Cards. What's a character you would want the most to be made into a diecast this year that sounds reasonable that Mattel would make? I was actually working on a top 10 list for my top 10 most wanted cars, trying to be as reasonable as possible. And number 1 on the list was the Demolition Derby announcer, simply because it's way beyond past time for that guy. Last year, our sole release from the movies was a Thunder Hollow employee. I think it's time. I think it's time for the Demolition Derby announcer. As for on-the-road releases, I think the number 1 on-the-road release on that list I made was the electric cars from Road Rumblers. The fact that we haven't gotten those yet is a crime. To this day, I think it's one of the funniest concepts they've ever had in the Cars series. Mulan had a sequel. Many Disney movies had really bad straight-to-video sequels. The Mulan one is one of the worst, unfortunately. Can you please do another list of unexpectedly expensive Cars videos? I actually really want to do that again. I was just thinking about that the other day. I did one back in 2022. Then NCAP Cars did the follow-up for me during Guest Host Week. I would love to do that again, yeah. I'd love to do a follow-up to, I agree with you there, man. Thanks, NCAP Cars. I really want to do a follow-up to that. The thing with that list, though, is I usually try to make it cars that I have. I know NCAP cars didn't do that entirely. Well, I guess I didn't either originally, but we'll have to see. What's your favorite background character in Cars Adventures? Man, I love the Karen car. That's one of my favorites. In terms of, like, background characters with a running joke attached to them, the Karen car, probably. I was going to ask about the Mater Tall Tales re-uploads on YouTube, and if you think we'll get restored versions of the Air Mater and Time Travel Mater intros. Right, so, Right, so, after uploading every episode of On the Road to YouTube, they then uploaded, all of Rescue Squad Mater. So that's the question there. I'm not sure. Did the Rescue Squad Mater re-upload use the special intro they made for it? I don't know. I did have one. Mater the Greater didn't. Mater the Greater was the first one on the DVD. Craziest diecast in my collection? I don't know. I'm not sure what you would constitute as crazy. I guess something like Wasabi Mater is up there. Fighting Face Mater is pretty crazy on account of the fact that it's a Mater with a bomb strapped to him, sticking his tongue out, beating up guys. The Rescue Squad Mater re-upload didn't have a special intro, then they probably won't when they re-upload other ones. If they do re-upload other ones, then I highly doubt those will. Air Mater and Time Travel Mater. Thanks for joining us, Like Films. Air Mater and Time Travel Mater had a special intro according to Reddit, and if there's one place you could always trust, it's Reddit. What's more rare, Racing Red or the Disney 100 line? I don't know. I have no I have no idea. They're in pretty similar scenarios, right? The Racing Red cars were released in, I believe, one wave each back in 2021, whereas the Disney 100 cars were all released in the same wave, but only one wave. The Disney 100 cars at least have the advantage of being sold in the 5-pack, right? With the exception of Doc. So I'm not sure. But I mean, Racing Red Mater is stupid expensive because his wave barely hit places. Yeah, I've definitely seen those old Cars Tune intros at one point. Or Air Mater and Time Travel Mater. I don't know where. But I know they do exist, yeah. The idea of cars at your gas station, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever been in a gas station store in my life. I live in New Jersey, and it's the only state where you don't pump your own gas legally. We used to be one of two. Rhode Island used to have it too. No, they don't. I had a nickel for every time Ty laughs I'd have. I think I need more fingers. Who here has Duke Coulters? I forgot if he's cool or not. Where is Duke? I think this one is Duke. He's right on my shelf above me. There he is. He's alright. Oh, sorry, that's Caleb Worley. Sorry. Oh, Duke Coulters is the red and white one. Where is he? Here he is. I like Duke Coulters. It's pretty nice. Here he is. And Muir saw the incorrect Chick Hixpity 2-pack. Yeah, another fun fact about New Jersey and cars collecting, we don't have that store here. Oh no, I'm laughing again. And there's a Netflix series called Dino Trucks as a character named Ty. Blasphemy! How dare they have my name? How dare they use my name, which is a normal name? I'm gonna make across the Ty verse, and it's gonna be every person named Ty. It's gonna be me, Ty Burrell, and Ty from Dino Trucks, and that other actor named Ty. I know there's another Ty out there. There are a few Tys out there. We'll team up with the Tyrones also. Have you been on a live stream, wanted to ask a question, but you started typing and you forgot the question? Pleasurama, is that what's happening to you currently? Maybe we'll team up with Tysonitis. You never know. That guy from Backyard against Tyrone. Yeah, he was a Tyrone. When it comes to oversized characters from any of the main Cars media, which one would you want Mattel to release via a multi-pack? I mean, I think Captain Longleggy is on the top of the list for everybody. I don't know how they'd sell him, man. I don't know. He wouldn't fit anywhere in anything ever at all. I don't know. Maybe make him an online exclusive like Barry Diesel back in the day. I don't care. Make him in 2 parts and have you assemble him. I don't care. I want Captain Longleggy. When I think of characters, large characters in multi-packs, I think of characters that are too big or too weirdly shaped to be deluxes. think Mater with lightning bolt hat, who could not fit in the deluxe bubble, or Peggy Liner, who could not fit in any bubble ever because she's way too long. So I think you have to sort of think outside of the box and think of a character that either is like way too horizontally wide or way too long. In which case, I think the Wraith Rod from On the Road is up there. You could pack him with two little devil cars with him, like the little guys that fly around him. I think that's a good choice. That's one that I think is too long to fit in a deluxe blister. There's really no one else out there like Mater with Lightning Bolt hat. None of the other Mater hats are that long. The rocket-powered car from On the Road. I don't want them to make another Salt Flats multi-back, but I want the rocket-powered car. That'd be pretty cool. Mater with the racetrack hat could definitely fit as a deluxe if they made the hat removable, I think. The spider car from On the Road is by far... No, the rocket car is like Peggy Liner, but shorter with giant rockets. By far, one of my most wanted cars is the spider leg car from B-Movie. That's up there. Diesel truck could definitely fit as a regular deluxe. Ever gonna do a Cars Adventures episode or anything on your channel stop motion related this year? Are you saying like a stop motion Cars Adventures episode, or are you saying I'm not doing Cars Adventures this year? Because I am. There's just been an unfortunate delay. I would like to get into stop motion again. I mean, it's just not my kind of thing, but I do enjoy doing it. I just never know what to do for stop motion. That's the problem. They could probably fit the Wraith Rod in a deluxe pack if they expand the blister like the Dynaco helicopter. Well, the Dynaco helicopter is at an angle. The Wraith Rod I think is too long, but then again I don't know. I mean, I got a deluxe right next to me with Brian Fuel here. Maybe he could just barely, you know, the Wraith Rod to me seems to be the same length as Santa Car. And I'm not sure if Santa Car could fit in a deluxe bubble. I'm not entirely sure. On that topic, any deluxes that should be released as singles. You said Ivan. Wraith Rod has a direct scale from Queen, yeah. Ivan is up there. Definitely. I think Ivan's probably the biggest one. In addition to the tractors, which are singles now, which is great, Ivan should be bumped down. Because the problem is, when we get deluxes back, it's going to be difficult, because now we've had a whole year where we've had, you know, these smaller cars, these bigger cars released as singles, and as soon as deluxes come back, everyone's going to start pointing fingers at Mattel, like, hey, a car this size is considered a single now. You know, it's going to be hard when we get back into deluxes. Because in 2023, they proved... Sorry, just turning my fan on. In 2023, they proved that a lot of cars could fit in single bubbles if they try hard enough. I have done McQueen with clown makeup as a custom, actually. I don't have the pie on him, but I do have the clown makeup McQueen. Did that years ago, and it's one of my older customs I still kept. You ever keep packaging from older cars? I keep all of my card backs. It's become a problem. I keep all of my card backs from all the things I collect, and it's like, it's become an issue, guys. Okay, this and this and this are all gonna go in a box. They're all going in a box. I don't keep the name tags. I know people who do. But I have like 4 boxes of card backs. It's become a problem. How do you get along with your friends like a house on fire? I understood that reference. Woo! Cars sticker book reference. Let's go. I think about that. Thank you for joining us, Eduardo. That lives in my head rent free. They get along like a house on fire. I need to start using that phrase more. Multiversal Dash has a release date. No, it doesn't. Wait. Multiversal Dash is like sort of on hold currently. I'll give an update on it soon. Hey Lois, remember that one time? I do remember that one time, Peter. I do remember that one time. That was a great time we had that one time. Peter. I have the Cars Story comic. Somebody like tried to cancel me over the fact that I own it. I don't want to talk about it. It was a wild time. What's your favorite PCB Shorts episode? I don't watch him, so I don't have one. When do you think Cars Adventures will come back? It was supposed to come back today. It was supposed to come back yesterday and the day before and the day before that 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 and the day before that. It'll come back as soon as I can get it out, man. Have you played any of the Cars video games? I've played all of them, but not in their entirety. But I have played all of them at least once. Some of them are good. Some of them are Cars 3 Driven to Win. Christmas is almost over. Time gotta wrap it up. I know. We only have a few more days until Christmas, man. I gotta get the season done. Man, hope I could get it done in time for Christmas. You and me both. We'll get it out there. We'll get it out there as soon as I can get it out there. Imagine if you had to do it after Christmas, right? That would be so annoying. Can you imagine? Ugh. It's fine, guys. We lucked out. The season barely has anything to do with Christmas anyway, other than the outro and the fact that there's an elf cameo. It's like probably the least Christmas-themed Christmas season I've ever done. And that's saying something because one of the other Christmas seasons is the Christmas Cup, which had nothing to do with Christmas and everything to do about Lightning organizing a race, and the subplot was about the tuners meeting a cop. Okay, so that's the least Christmassy Christmas season, but that was the last season of Lap 1, so that gets an excuse. Sorry, I'm just checking if my phone is overheating. It's not. It's fine. Anyone got any questions? That's what I'm wondering. I thought this was a Q&A stream. A guy losing his burger chain is very Christmassy. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. When I think Christmas, I immediately think fast food. One day I want to ask people, who's your favorite Cars Adventures villain? And have someone reply, Kevin Racing Tire. The way he ran that burger chain was evil. Why were some 2018 to 19 diecasts made in China? The Thailand switchover happened in August. Roughly August of 2018. So the early 2018 line is still made in China. I don't know why they switched then. That's kind of random, but we'll never have that full story. So we'll never know. Oh yeah, the mime is by far the greatest Cars Adventures villain, easily. You don't beat the mime. The mime is the best one I've ever done. You know, the funny thing is I really don't like that season. Then I asked people, like, hey, what's your favorite Cars Adventure season? And in a poll, like, what's your favorite Lap 2 season? And, like, everybody answered that. And the zombie season. The zombie season isn't canon, so... I mean, I think the reason why the zombie season was good was because it wasn't canon. I could do whatever I wanted. So what's your favorite Lap 2 season? That's a good question. I guess the zombie one is up there. My problem with Lap 2 is that it just becomes too serious eventually. Let me see. Let me go through my Lap 2 playlist. So Lap 2 Season 1 was the McQueen leaves Radiator Springs to go undercover story. Lap 2 Season 2 is probably the weakest. I said this in the last stream. It's easily like my least favorite. And it also just did really poorly in views, but it has one of my favorite subplots. The third one is the Radiator Springs Local Racing Series season, which also really plummeted in views halfway through. It does, however, have one of my all-time favorite episodes, which is called Distractions. I think that's one of the funniest episodes I've ever done. Lap 3's problem is that it straight up doesn't have a subplot. It's way too much of the racing series. Season 4 is the vacation season, and it is certainly a fun one. But I think it is where the Mystery Racer is from. But the subplot is so much stronger than the main plot. The subplot's the mime plot. Season 5 is the Get the Next Gens Out of Prison season, where a lot of episodes feel pretty samey, but the subplot is the color change paint plot. And the third plot, I believe, is it's the tuners want to make money plot, and I really like that one. I'm just going through the Cars Adventures playlist. Season 6 is the zombie one. Season 7 is that's the Christmas one, right? With Sally's sister, yeah. And the subplot is Takeshi's Challenge, right? Where the tuners end up on a Japanese game show. Wacky Wipeout, yeah. Season 8 is the K2 season. That's definitely up there. K2 is definitely up there. That has the prank war, the whole thing with Kabuto allegedly being back. Some really fun Radiator Springs episodes like the prank war, the Candyman Circuit, Radial Nowhere, Cruz and the Veteran Cup, and I want to say that's the one where Cruz ends up getting the talk show. Yeah. Season 8 is up there. Season 8 and 9 are both really solid. And then Season 10 is the real world season. Season 9 is like the build up to that with the color change paint. Real world season is a great one. Nearly every episode of that season has a ton of views. Wow, compared to usual Cars Adventures. Season 11 is the Monster Truck one. I think that one's pretty weak, but it has a lot of fun, just return to form episodes. Oh, it also has the Wings 2-parter, which I love. Season 12 is... Oh, it also introduces that guy. Season 12 is Aiden stuff. Then seasons 13 and 14 are also Aiden stuff. I feel like... And yes, they all have unique subplots. But I feel like the show just becomes kind of oversaturated at one point. I feel like the Aiden plot took it over too much, and it became too serious. Well, I guess that's a lie. Season 13 was a Christmas season. But I still think Season 14 and 15 are very good. I don't really think there's a season that I genuinely really don't like in Lap 2. I think they're all very solid. What's up, Ty? I've been drawing with college homework for anatomy today. Woo, anatomy class. Have fun, Steve's 95. My sister took an anatomy class once. I think she took an anatomy of dance class. So now she knows, like, all about, like, really wacky, obscure muscles, and it's really crazy. You should have a Planes cameo in a future Cars Adventures episode. I had a whole Planes-related subplot in my season last year, actually. I like Lap 2. That's the one I actually sat through. Well, Rashid, what's your favorite Lap 2 season? Yeah, well, Season 15 was supposed to be more serious. That was the plan. But... You have Muggsy Lipscomb. I do not. No, I wish I did. He's a really nice release. all of them. Thanks for asking. Very cool. Sorry, I forgot who's supposed to be asking who the questions. Are you gonna do a continuation of Cars 2? No, that already exists. It's called Cars 3. No, I'm kidding. I tried to do that once, actually. Favorite season? Oh, the comment was deleted. I'm gonna answer it anyway. Sarge's collection, you've returned with a different profile picture. You have micro drifters. I have a couple of them, yeah. Favorite lap 3 season. Okay, we'll get to that after Sarge's collection. Have you always seen your mascot as a McQueen model, or have you thought of him having a slightly different shape canonically? Well, originally, the Thai custom was a repaint of Jack the Post. I still have that original one. I never thought that deep about it after I changed the design. It's just based on McQueen. Canonically, McQueen is a one-of-a-kind racer, so I guess the Thai car is not the same. Can you show them off? I cannot, but I have. I showed them in my most recent collection video. I have just a couple of them. Not really anybody too interesting. Disney Infinity concept art of Sarge showing a random NPC is gone. No, come back. Favorite lap 3 season. They all have things I don't like about them, but I think lap 3 season 3. Let's see, lap 3 season 1 has the best main plot that lap 3 has had so far. But I think it has the tuner plot in lap 3 season 1 is so incredibly lame. It's the Prop Wash Junction plot line, which I think got so lame and boring. You know, I also thought the Salt Flats plotline in Lap 3 Season 1 was really boring, but then about halfway through I realized that I thought it was boring and I tried to tweak it and fix it, starting with the Forgetting Gearston Marshall episode, and I think that it turned out being a highlight of the season, that subplot. Lap 3 Season 2, to me, I will forever remember as the season that took me 6 months to make. But I think as a season, it is very solid. I think the Tim plotline is good, and I think the Monster Truck plotline is good. The problem is, I don't like how many seasons are just, let's clean up a plot thread from a previous season, and the Tim Treadless thing is that. I feel like the show kind of loses its identity when it's just cleaning up stupid things from years ago. But Tim Treadless wasn't a stupid plotline, I think. It was a fun plotline I did back in 2019. So following it up was nice. In the subplot, you know, I do a lot of Monster Truck plots. It was really fun to have the Monster Trucks back, but again, it kind of meshes in my mind with other Monster Truck seasons. Lap 3 Season 3, I think, has been the most unique, but I think the subplot's been lacking. I really like the Dave Alternators plot, but the reindeer plotline has been kind of lacking. Although it has a lot of episodes I really do enjoy. We'll have to see how it wraps up, what I think of it then. The thing is, I think all 3 seasons have been pretty solid, but there hasn't been a season yet where I could say I loved the main plot and I loved the subplot or all the subplots. Reindeer is fun, but very subplotty. Yeah. Now, I mean, the big thing with that is the fact that the lemons are back. That's, like, the big takeaway. But yeah, Season 3 has some very solid one-off episodes, yeah. But I like doing these more grounded episodes, like the mayoral debate and the Revolting Burger storyline have been my 2 favorite plot lines in Lap 3 so far. One thing I am going to say, originally, Lap 3 Season 3 was going to include a plot line where Mato and Mateo came to Radiator Springs for Christmas, and I scrapped that. I don't know when they'll come to town, but I gotta put them in Cars Adventures at some point, you know? you have any NASCARs? I have the Cars NASCAR line. I think I have all of them. I don't have any like NASCAR merchandise now. I was gonna make a joke about Macho having the flowers like stuck on her in Cars Adventures when she showed up. Why doesn't Professor Z appear in Cars Adventures that often? So there's actually a very funny story behind that. It's for a reason. Professor Z was used quite a bit with the Lemons in Season 1. And in Season 4, I had a whole plot line regarding All in All, and Professor Z was supposed to show up in that, and we were going to learn he was reformed, which is something I ended up using in the zombie storyline, which again isn't canon, but he was there, and he was kind of reformed, and he helped everybody. He was in jail. See, I like how Mayoral Debate Raiders Race is the most grounded Cars Adventures has ever gotten, yeah, right? I specifically decided, look, there are a lot of Cars characters, and I use a lot of them in Cars Adventures. One day, in the early days of Cars Adventures, I decided I'm going to set aside Professor Z, and I'm going to not use him, and I'm going to save him for the future, I told myself. I'm going to take one prominent character from the Cars series, and I'm going to make sure I don't use them in Cars Adventures. This is true, this is actually what happened. And I decided, we'll make that be Professor Z. We're going to choose not to use him, so that one day I can in the future. And in late lap 2, the Lemons mentioned the fact that they're looking for Professor Z. So, I'm just saying, the Lemons are back now. It may finally be time that we see Professor Z at some point soon. Are we going to ignore that some of the Lemons in Cars on the Road might be some Lemons from Cars 2 just gone good? Well, the Lemons are a crime group. Not every Gremlin and Pacer and Trunk Oven Hugo in the world is a lemon. Like, part of the Lemon crime group, you know? You could be a car that's that model and not be one of the members of the Lemons group. My favorite episode, Big Ol' Spoiler. Yeah, that episode was called Big Ol' Spoiler, where they mentioned Professor Z. Back when around that time, I was posting weekly upload schedules, and whenever one gave away too much stuff in Cars Adventures, I would title them in the weekly upload schedule on the community page, title is a spoiler, LOL. So, I decided to do that for an actual episode, and that'll be funny. Are going to do film parodies in Cars Adventures? They don't really fit, but I do parodies of things where I can fit them in, you know? I do a lot of parodies of things in general. I can't specifically... I have pun names in a lot of Cars Adventures episodes. A lot of them are movie references. But I can't think of an episode that was specifically a parody of a movie. Like, yeah, I did the Carby episode, but that wasn't about the movie itself. What diecast that you have do you want to add into Cars Adventures? Kind of want to see Otis show up, but that's just me. I've used Otis before. I've used Otis before, not in a major capacity. There are very few cars in my collection I haven't used in Cars Adventures. But, if any, I really want to be able to use more McQueen variants. But I just can't, because so many of them are based on the first movie. Well, Eduardo, I think you said you've only watched lap 3. He showed up at some point in the show, just as a background character. I know there's one episode where he gets, like, shot out of a launcher, which is semi-recent. My favorite title was the one where Francesco almost drowned. Yeah, that's the best episode title. Cars Adventures episode titles peak there. I don't think I'll ever have an episode title funnier than the one where Francesco almost drowns. That's one of the most viewed episodes of the series, purely, I think, because it's called the one where Francesco almost drowns. more food reviews someday. I hope so, man. If I find other Cars food products on the shelves, I'd love to. I would love to. I will be right back, guys. I gotta go step out for a minute. Let me mute the stream. I will be right back. Ah! Okay, I'm back. Thank you for joining us, Victor Santiago. I've returned right as someone's leaving. So clickbait does work. Yeah, people watched that video because they thought Francesca was gonna drown. And, well, almost drown. Wait, that wasn't clickbait. That was exactly what happened in the episode. You should buy the Cars cookie cutters. Yeah, I would like. I would like to. One of these days, guys, I'm going to do that video that I talked about in the party edition of Cars Adventures. Cars Adventures of Weird Products, where I plan a Cars themed party, and we're going to need Cars foods. I'm going to do a musical episode for Cars Adventures. I've considered it. I have considered doing a musical episode. I did an episode once that was a silent film. And that one was really funny. From what I remember. I did a silent film episode one time. Let's see, what season was that? Season 24, episode 1. So that was 2019. It's called Radiator Springs, the silent film. And no, nobody talks. All dialogue is in text on screen, as you'd expect from a silent film. That one was fun. You need to invite me over, man. I've never been to a Cars party before. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a very high budget Cars party, unfortunately. Did you finish any Bat Car customs? No. They're still sitting around. Unfortunately. I'll get to them when the series is coming back. Piano, that was, I believe, Cars Adventures. I pulled up the silent film episode and accidentally started playing it. Imagine a Cars convention. That would be amazing. That would be pretty cool. Who would you cosplay as? I would cosplay as human Frank Pinkerton. Yeah, just don't have a ball pit in it. Why not? The ball pit would be the best part. Think of the panels we could have. We could have panels like cars that shouldn't have been made. Cars that... toy cars. More toy cars. Guys, maybe there's not that much content for an entire convention. You know how at, like, the brony conventions, when those were a thing, they would straight up have, like, brony bands? Like, straight up bands who only performed original songs about My Little Pony? We need that, but for Cars. We need to make a real band, call them Mater and the Gas Caps, and have them sing about toy cars. I volunteer to be the lead singer, thank you. I would go with the group, and our costume would be Albert Henke. No, we'd go as the Convoy Brothers. No, not the bald man. Cars go fast. You know, they drive, they speed, they... What's a good word that we can name it? Oh, DashCon! Great name, great idea! I'm going as Bert. You get to sing about all these bad diecasts? Yeah, that'd be amazing. Rescues 95, I have a feeling there's someone else out there who's really gonna want to dress up as Bert. You may have some competition. We could all dress up as Bert and have a running of the Berts. You have any tips on how to make customs, mainly piston cup racers? Find a way to make decals, I think. I don't, which is why I typically stray away from racers, but if you could make, like, decals... I think that will take you to the next level. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for asking. That's something I really want to get into. I really want to get into doing decals for customers. Do you think Cars 3 Big Al could be released in the hauler line? I think he's too big. I think he's much bigger than a hauler. But I honestly think they're missing out on not releasing things like oil tankers in the hauler line. Thing I would love to do is make decals and have them be affordable and accessible. Yeah, I think if you could find a store that like prints like sticker or sticker paper, you know, that'd be great. Graphic design is my passion. Think about it. Ty could have typed name and no longer be handwritten. Making movie accurate haulers. That isn't what I meant, but yeah. I know how to do it too. I just need to buy the supplies. Have you ever told anyone that it was cactus for them? That's my, like, go-to finishing line. But I haven't used it. Printing the decals on paper, sticking them on is the easiest way out and doesn't look too bad. I've always wanted to have an oil tanker hauler. Me too, man. And when they had the Cars road trip ride in Disneyland Paris, the fact that they didn't make an exclusive... Like, I would import that, man. The fact that they didn't do an oil tanker? What a shame. The Dinoco oil tanker from that? I was so disappointed they didn't make that as an exclusive. That would have been amazing. Any hauler you think should exist? There's a hauler in the Legend episode? The oil tanker I just mentioned. That's at the top of my list. Still waiting on that truck stop hauler we're supposed to get. At the end. Let me go check. I literally have Cars on the Road open on a separate tab, guys. Because I had to check an episode or something in a video. I forgot how funny this show was, honestly. Like, I make a lot of jokes about how forgettable it was, but, like, it genuinely was pretty funny. Oh, I see it. Orange and black color. Hello. That's it. How did Lightning extend his bumper to have cheeks when he is about to throw up when he's made of metal? Yeah, that's a good question. Rusty's95, is there a link for the Discord yet? Rusty's95, are you trying to join my Discord server? Rusty's95. No, there still isn't. But I can send you one privately. Let me know. Anyone want to talk about the fact that the cars sold at Disney are Disney Parks diecast? They're very mumuch trying to be Mattel diecast and succeed in doing that. Yeah, that's why we don't really talk about them, man. They are trying to. They're compatible with the Mattel diecast and they do a good job at it, and that's it. Like, that's all. Yeah, correct answer. They do their job well. I love them, the Disney Parks cars. Yeah, that was a month ago though, and we really do need to reopen it. I genuinely forgot to make a new server link. Oops. I'm gonna call my bad on that one. I straight up forgot that we still didn't have a link. Just curious, will you ever get an Instagram account? I don't really have a need for one. People have asked me before. I just don't have an interest in other social media. Like, what am I gonna post on my Instagram, you know? I'm gonna be one of those people that just post pictures of their food, but you guys are gonna be like, why does this guy eat so much grilled cheese? See, yeah, I don't use Twitch because I could never make it as a hot tub streamer. Did you hear MatPat is retiring? Of course, I watched this whole retirement video. It was very sweet. I don't remember Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. I've never been there. I haven't been to Disney World after it opened, but it's still there. Does anyone know the elements in order from smallest to largest? Okay, so Earth is bigger than wind, and wind is bigger than fire, and fire is bigger than air. No, I have no idea, man. Thoughts on the Cars film theory video? It was dumb, man. It's one of those videos everyone makes fun of MatPat for. One more question. Are you thinking of updating the livery design of your mascot? I actually considered redesigning Ty for 2024. Because I use the same image, but just zoomed in now for the profile picture. But, I don't plan on updating it. I don't plan on updating it, but I may just redraw it or re-airbrush over it. Because this picture is like 5 years old now. I remember the fact that they kidnapped DJ from California and put him outside of the ride. Yeah, they did. I wonder if he's still there. I haven't been to Hollywood Studios since... last time I was at Disney World was in 2018. I've become more of a Disneyland guy as of late. watch my massive Disneyland vlog, please. It's like my favorite thing I've ever made, and nobody watched it because it's barely Cars related. Cool. I love that video. It's my favorite video I've ever done, man. It's just I think it's like 3 hours, right? Of me just goofing around in Disneyland. Just having a grand old time. If you're having a good time, enjoy your day. Thank you, Sergeant Collection, you too. We ever do a video where you watch other vehicle-centric shows? Like Ricky Zoom. Ricky Zoom is the worst name, man. Plays the Monster Machine soundtracks, Batwheels, and then do a ranking stream of them. I actually once considered doing a other anthropomorphic vehicle designs tier list, and it's something I'd still like to do. I'm not gonna watch the other shows, but just rank how the vehicles look in them. I think would be very funny. Saw the entire thing while wishing I could go to Disneyland and eat a Mickey Mouse pancake. Yeah. If I go to Disney and don't find people shouting pirates at the top of their lungs, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. It's a crazy coincidence. The next time I go to Disney, if I don't hear people yelling pirates, I'm going to be terrified. Something's going to be wrong in the world, okay? Pirates! We watched my Disneyland video, like, in my house, on my TV, like we were watching a movie, over the course of 2 nights. And, still, genuinely, just one of my favorite things I've ever made. But, like, it's something that has a lot of sentimental value to me. So, like, of course I hold it in kind of a higher regard because of that. Oh yeah, I forgot to include. I don't know if I was gonna include Thomas in that video. I was just gonna do cart. I don't quite remember. I mean, my favorite part of the Disney video is the part where I straight up get rickrolled. That was pretty fun. Do you guys know that video is blocked in Russia? It's blocked in Russia. Did you do a custom of yourself as a car, not your channel mascot? That's pretty deep. Ty is me, and I am Ty, and they Ty now? I don't know what that would look like. What would I look like as a car? I guess I just need the glasses. Oh, and the plane hand. One of my wheels would have to be a plane. My favorite thing ever is when I did my face reveal, the amount of comments I got saying, like, you look exactly like I thought you would look like. And I was like, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult. I like to think that my symbol is... I couldn't think of a punchline in time, hold on. My symbol would be... pirates. I don't know. Bro got the plane wheel, he could fly. I want fan art of that now. I called you Al from Al's Toy Barn. That one really hurt. That one. Could you review Cabby one day? I never reviewed Cabby. I should review Cabby. I'm on it. Great. Someone's gonna Photoshop Cabby onto a picture of Ty. Welcome, Keldeo Studios. I should review Cabby. Yeah, he's my hand. Yeah, I know it's hard. One of these days, I'm gonna redo the video where I do, where I dance to "I'm on Solo," but my hand is gonna be the plain hand. One day, guys. Did I do the joke where I have a plain hand and my face reveal? Yeah, I did. Okay. Who was your first diecast? I wish I remembered. I was too young to remember. But one of my first Cars items was a pack of plastic cars from the Disney Store. I know that. Cabby isn't on the Final 50, or it's only diecasts. Yeah, he's like a plastic playset. Yeah, I know a lot of people whose first cars were lenticulars, and I think that's really interesting. Shows you how much of a death grip lenticulars had over the Cars line in their short time of existence. Which diecast in your collection is your favorite from the first film, Toons, and 3? Okay, we're ignoring Cars 2. Got it. From the first Cars, which is funny because probably one of my all-time favorite diecasts, which is Damage Rod Torque Redline, one of my all-time favorites, is from Cars 2. Favorite from the first movie is tough. Favorite from Cars Toons is Mater the Aviator. Favorite from Cars 3 might be Muddy Rusty's Racing Center McQueen. He's certainly up there. He's one of my favorites. Favorite from the first movie is... there are too many. I'm not sure what my favorite from the first Cars is. There's so many. Someone photoshopped Ty's face on Thomas's body. Oh no. They're gonna make Tymus. Marina, hello. Marina, are you aware that we were nominated for an award, Marina? Are you... Do you think Rodette's upside-down license plate is supposed to be that way? Definitely not. Do you know here in the Philippines they're not selling Cars diecasts anymore? Do you have an idea why? I'm not sure why, but I think I have heard that from some of my other viewers from the Philippines. Lost interest in cars collecting for the first time by the time lenticulars were released. Yeah, I honestly did too. I wasn't that old. I was like 5. God, I thought I responded to that. Did we win? I don't know. So a few days ago, I got a message on my other channel, Muptown Funk, from a YouTuber who has like 50 subscribers, but runs a Muppet fan contest. And they nominated me, which was very sweet. I thought that was very nice of them. And I never found out if I won. Let's see if I won. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, Oh, here we go. Found it. Let's see. Let's see if we won. Oh wow, they made a whole big deal about it. I have no idea. I have no idea if I won. I might have. Probably not. It was deserved. The video was really good. Not just saying that because I edited it. Thanks, Marina. I have no idea if I won or not. But 534 people watched it, so that was nice. Marina, I'm gonna send you the link to the entire award show stream, if you would like to come through it and see whether or not we won. I was nominated in two different categories. Or actually, I was nominated twice in the same category. I would check later, but I can't right now. I just sent it to you. Okay. Anyway. Mattel generally stopped Disney car support in Asia. That's why I have to get all of my cars through online retailers. Yeah, I've heard that, man. What's your favorite movie you've made? Ties Cars 4. It's not even a contest. All the other ones are nothing in comparison to Ties Cars 4. Who would be 3 of your favorite antagonists from the Cars series? For me, it would be the monster from Monster Truck Mater, Kabuto, and Professor Z. Okay, so I think Kabuto's got to be up there, man. Kabuto's hardcore, man. Kabuto goes hard, okay? Kabuto is cooler than I'll ever be. Side note, I can't believe you didn't keep I Miss My Family Kermit, SMH, LOL. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Marina. I showed that video to my mom, and she wouldn't understand a Sonic reference. So I cut it. Keith Ferguson's been in so much, man. He's one of those actors that's everywhere. I've only watched Ties Cars 4 in the first 10 minutes of McQueen's team. I really like Radiator Race, which was split into parts. I don't know why. I don't know why it was split into parts, but it was. I don't know why I did that, but completely fair reasoning, honestly. Thanks. She liked the video, for the record. Yeah, I'm not sure what Kabuto is without the modifications. For some reason, I felt the need to watch all the Cars Adventures movies before Ties Cars 4's release. Worst mistake of my life. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you did that, man. I don't remember McQueen's team enough. I just remember there's a whole weird plotline where Brick Yardley's like MIA. And he crashes through a window at one point. Someone does. Favorite Mater variant from On the Road? We haven't had many yet, but probably Cryptid Buster Mater. Cave Mater and President Mater are up there. Ever turn a Disney car into a Muppet custom? No, I don't think I will. Yeah, Stripped Kabuto is one of my all-time favorite releases that I don't own. He's great. I wish I were as cool as Stripped Kabuto. But alas, I never will be. When will they ever make a piston cup racer from Cars 1 as a mini racer? Honestly, I don't mind. You know, we get so many... There are so many Cars 3 racers that haven't been made as mini racers. If they start making the Cars 1 racers, they're just opening another can of worms. He's stuck! Prototype images of a microdrifter Dale Earnhardt, but we didn't get a mini racer. Well, the microdrifters were being made before Cars 3. You have to remember that after Cars 3 came out, the amount of piston cup racers you could make tripled, which means the amount of sets that you have to complete also tripled. We're never going to get all the Cars 3 veterans and next gens as mini racers, I don't think. I mean, we've got a lot, but again, like I said, if you start doing Cars 1 mini racers, you're opening another whole can of worms. Wow, Marina, we were beaten out by one live stream. That's Tough Pigs. They're like the biggest Muppet blog site, so it makes sense. I should have rallied the troops. Should have gotten more than 2 people to vote for us, but that's okay. I could still put Mupp Twitter Award nominee in my bio. Get another Speed Demon and make a custom of Batcar for the minis. Yeah, I'd like to. Yes, definitely. Yeah, that tracks then. Yeah, that's Tough Pigs. I'm working on a new Uptown Funk video. It's a video that I meant to release a week ago. This year you gotta go for the gold. Yeah, this year we do Lady Gaga and the Muppets Holiday Spectacular Retrospective Special Edition, where we put terrible CGI in every scene. What do you think of Batwheels? I legit watched a few episodes of Batwheels for a video I was working on. They put more care into it than they should have. The character designs for the Batman characters are genuinely terrible. Welcome, Cars Like Night. We were just talking about Batwheels! The greatest television series ever created. I like the fact that everything's the same except random CGI and the dumb edits I made saying. Yeah, exactly. I don't like the fact that the Batwheels cars, like, Batman doesn't know they're alive. That's really stupid. The Muppets Most Wanted soundtrack is really good. Correct. You're right. Wow. I really lost the Muppet Twitter awards. What a shame. No, I also did not keep Mr. Krabs. The thing is, it was funny, but like it was about the Muppets doing a collaboration with an album that was like infamously screwed over by people behind the scenes. So I just didn't think it was fitting that when I make the one joke about it being made to sold an album, we put a gif of Mr. Krabs there. So I did remove that, but I kept all your other stuff. I get that, yeah. Anyway. I've never watched SpongeBob. I'm that cool. I'm that cool. Find Yourself is underrated, fight me. Find Yourself is alright. I'm more of a behind the clouds guy myself. How many of your friends share names with Cars characters? None of them. I don't got friends. I got family. Is this the new normal for streams? I hope there will still be guest streams. No, we'll still do guest streams, yeah. This isn't, every stream isn't going to be like this now. We're still going to do guest streams. We're still going to do all the normal types of streams. I just decided to do a part 2 to the Q&A from a few days back. That's it. Oh no, Marina's back writing an entire paragraph. Honestly, it was a really interesting story. I didn't know any of the behind the scenes stuff. It's interesting learning about it. Glad Lady Gaga's in a better place in terms of production stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It was really fun to make. Also on Adventure Cargo when? I don't know. Cars Adventures got lost in the mail. Find Yourself makes me cry as much as a song I cannot name here. The only song that makes me cry is one of the songs featured in Lady Gaga on the Muppets Holiday Spectacular, which I did an entire review of on Muptown Funk. Marina edited part of it. This is the worst plug I've ever done. You don't have any friends with Cars names? Can't believe it. My bestie's name's Steve Herschel. Favorite Cars ride? You can't not say Radiator Springs Racers, man. Mater killed it while singing Behind the Clouds. You made her in the Ghost Light. It was nuts. I have a running joke in Cars Adventures that whenever a character is singing a song in the background, it is always Behind the Clouds, with no exception. It's always Behind the Clouds. One of these days, they're going to be doing, like, Hotel Room by Pitbull instead. Muppets Iceberg when? Plushy Rama. Stop spoiling my video plans. Look, I made a Cars Iceberg because there were no good Cars Icebergs I could find out there. I once looked for a Muppet Iceberg and I could not find any good ones. I'd like to do a Muppet Iceberg video. That's a goal of mine. The concerning thing is that I've become more and more tempted as of late to do, I've become more and more tempted as of late to do a 4th Cars Iceberg, which I'm not going to do. But I want to do that addendum video where I just go over, like, things I missed. My end goal is to take all 3 Iceberg videos, re-record segments that have become outdated, and just make them into one ultimate Iceberg, which would be like 8 hours. I don't know if anyone will watch it, but it would be a compilation of all the previous ones. I just posted just to post it. And I was thinking, oh, well, I could include some new things that have happened since, like McQueen and Rocket League, etc., etc., etc. But I then realized, well, if the combined Iceberg is 8 hours long and there are like 10 to 20 new segments in it, I don't want to make an entire... I don't want to make people who just want to see the new content scrounge around in an 8-hour video. Well, yeah, 8 hours, because the first 2 Icebergs are both 2 hours, and the third one is 4 hours. So it would just be a compilation of the 3 previous Icebergs with a few pieces of updated information. So what I'm going to do instead is, what I'm going to do instead is do like an addendum video, which will be like probably a little less than an hour, where I just include stuff that I wanted to put on the Iceberg but wasn't able to, or things that have happened since. Call it like the Iceberg 3.5 or something. Like to see that be a fourth wall break joke. Oh, we're gonna sing that song again? Master of Puppets starts playing. That's new. Dang, the other song is from Doki Doki Literature Club, I believe. That's what that abbreviation is. Great game. Nice. Fun fact, I don't know if I should say publicly, but I've applied for a couple of VTuber agencies. I know, Marina, I saw you made a VTuber. I that was the day that I said, "Yep, that's my editor." Yeah. I applied for a couple of VTuber agencies. In the video creation experience segment, I've mentioned editing for the Iceberg 3 a couple times. Great! So I'm on your resume now. We've really reached the point where I already did a parody of Bad Romance. It's Bad Diecasts. That's like the most famous parody I've done. Then I did Rain on Me later on. I had other song parodies planned because I was like, well, I'm already parodying songs from her. I guess I should keep going. And I wrote a few that I never made. You could always release the addendum and then the supercut. I'd watch the 8-hour cut. Thanks, Marina. Breaking news, Ty is on a resume? That's crazy. I'm in somebody's job experience. Well, a song parody on Uptown Funk. People have asked me to do that, but it's just not in the video style over there. Well, I do basically have a story of series for the Muppets. It's just not called that. Originally, I was straight up gonna like name all the series on Uptown Funk after series on my main channel, and I was like, that's not a good idea. They're two different channels. Like the Muppet History Lesson series I do, which is basically a Muppet version of Have You Heard Of, was originally going to be called like Muppets Have You Heard Of. I have considered doing weird Muppet products on several occasions and would still really like to. Muppets and inconsistencies. Weird Muppet errors and inconsistencies. In this frame, you could see somebody's hand sticking out. That's a mistake. The Muppet Wiki actually catalogs times that you could accidentally see like puppeteers' hands and heads and stuff, and I think that's funny. There are just several pages on the Muppet Wiki called, like, goofs. Let's see. Goofs, yeah. Category, goofs. And you could look at all the times you accidentally see their hands. The next job I'm applying for, I'm writing good acquaintance with Theodore Reviews Ty in my resume. Yeah, see? I'm a reputable source, man. You put my name down, and oh, you're friends with him? I know that guy, yeah. He's never had a real job in his life. I had to write a resume for a like career class in my freshman year of college, so last year. The class was taught by like a 70-year-old woman. No offense to her, but she was so out of it. Usually they have much younger teachers teach that class, is what I've learned. But my teacher pulled out and was replaced by my teacher, who was like in her early 30s, pulled out because she got a job at another school, and was replaced by this old woman. And she just didn't know what she was doing in a class about trying to get 19-year-olds to make good career choices. Hello, Ty, for Tutor Reviews Ty. Oh no, it's my favorite person on the internet. Oh god, the last minute old person replacement. Yeah, and it was so awkward. And I had to do a resume at one point, and it was really funny. Because on my resume, I wrote, like, oh, I run a YouTube channel. And, like, the next week, she was like, oh, you run, like, a blog online, right? And I was like, no, I run a YouTube channel. And it was so awkward. But she had so much respect for it. She had, like, such a deep respect for me for doing it, and I thought that was really nice. Like, I did not expect that. But in a class where, you know, this is somebody who, no offense to her again, clearly is not fully with the times, but she was really trying her best to be. And, like, you don't meet many people that can say, like, yeah, I run a YouTube channel. You know? Like, I was a film major for 2 years, for a year and a half of college. And I never met somebody else who ran a YouTube channel. And whenever I did, everyone had a ton of respect for me. I took a public speaking class and someone was like, you said you're a YouTuber, right? Like, that makes sense. People found my channel in the last day of my editing class. And, you know, everyone has respect for me, despite the fact that I just talked about toy cars. It was really heartwarming. But yeah, this teacher, she was so, like, respectful. She was like, wow, like, I don't think she fully understood, like, running a YouTube channel. But still, it was nice. You didn't order a case, ended up ordering the West Philanopus, Cryptid Buster Mater, Misty, and the 2 lemons. Very nice. I think they're starting to show up at Targets, the West Philanopus case. So that is metallic Jeff Gravett. I got him for Christmas. I haven't opened him yet. That's a good note to go out on. Yeah, I also changed my major. I'm no longer a film major. I realized that what I enjoy about film isn't the filming part, if that makes sense. And I switched to creative writing. Because so much of being a film major wasn't the storytelling part, so much was like the technical camera stuff, and I could just never get behind it. So I switched to creative writing, and I'm going back to school on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. How do I know about it? Because it's a very popular video game. It's genuinely really sweet. Unironically, a lot of the stuff can actually be helpful for resume type stuff, experience with public speaking, production, all that. Yeah. See your second Cars 2 Toys R Us metallic. Yeah, I think the only other one I have is Nigel, right? Completely different fields that complement one another but aren't. You aren't the same. I'm not wording well. No, I get it. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I didn't realize. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but I didn't realize how much of it would be the technical aspects. So much of it is like, this is how a camera works. And I was like, I don't care about how the camera works. I just want to tell a good story. I want to tell a good story that can be filmed. I don't care about the fact that I don't care about how a camera works. I've shot on an iPhone 7 for the past 6 years. Clearly, I don't care about the camera. How many metallic World Grand Prix racers did they even make? Not many. Oh, the back of the packaging just shows regular Cars 2 releases. I don't have any creative or witty way of wording this. I'm just so mad I lost my metallic World Grand Prix McQueen. It's okay, you're allowed to be mad without making a joke. I know that's hard here on my channel, but... they did McQueen, Francesco, Jeff, Nigel, and Raul. That honestly might be it. I think that genuinely might be the only ones. Raul's my favorite. He had a different face. But he never released in the US from what I've heard, which is a shame. Oh yeah, Rip was a Kmart exclusive. What a shame they made Rip metallic Rip and not silver Rip. That was a weird choice, guys. Oh my gosh, I haven't told anybody. Oh, but Silver Francesco has been right off screen the whole time. He's right next to Jeff, if you've seen another car. Really never went back and did more or anything besides Rip. Yeah. Would have been nice. Will you ever make Cars That Should Be Made, Cars on the Road edition? No, instead I did that list. It was a series of top 5s for each episode that I did in one video. I don't like doing Cars That Should Be Made because there's no dialogue. At the very least, with every single car, at the very least, with every single car, there's text on the screen, so you could learn something. Cars That Should Be Made is just, this is a screenshot of a car and a name I made up for it based on what it looks like. This is another one. Repeat for a minute. When I was a kid, I was glad to see Rip was metallic and not silver since I didn't have a normal one at that point. He looked more like the normal Rip. Well, yeah. But still, like... Oh yeah, they did also make... Oh, I have Miguel! I got Miguel back in 2012. My bad. So no, Jeff is my third one. I want Tip Tractor. I really ran out of ideas in Cars That Should Be Made. It got so funny. Like, looking back on it now, I can laugh at it, but some of the ideas sucked. They got so bad. I want Lightning McQueen. The worst mistake I ever made was saying, like, hey, let me know what cars you want made in the comments, and I'll feature them in a later video. And, I to this day get people commenting random car names. I'm like, I'm not doing the series anymore. Exposed Chester Whipplefolder. They did make that. That's Muddy RRC McQueen. It appealed to me specifically. I was one of 3 people that showed up to the event, and the others were scalpers, I'm pretty sure. So I say that's what matters. Yeah. See, I wish that I had gone to a Kmart. I wish I was old enough to know about the Kmart events, man. Feel bad for Rip. He was originally going to be killed. He's the only World Grand Prix racer without a canon voice. Good point. His country isn't real. He has the least diecast out of any of the World Grand Prix racers. Yeah, Rip always gets the short end of the stick. I suggested Peter were racing off once and got in. I was so happy about that. That was in the, like, viewer made. That was one that was entirely viewer requests. I think he made the thumbnail. Are Metallic, Miguel, and Jeff the same exact color? No, Miguel is a bit more orange. Oh, yikes. Wait, they might be. I think they may be. No, I think Miguel's a bit more orange. Very excited to open this guy, though. What do you think is the best McQueen color changer? Probably one of the RS Team McQueen ones, simply because he doesn't have a regular diecast as a metallic. My personal favorite is either one of those or the Fabulous McQueen one. I love seeing him in red. Anyway, we should probably wrap things up soon. We'll see. Wouldn't it be cool if they put World Grand Prix racers in the Glow Racers line? Yes, it would. But they wouldn't. Favorite color changers? Like I said, I love that Fabulous McQueen. All of my color changers are from 2020 and beyond, so I can't look back. I love that Sheriff that goes from red to blue. I want to go to the camera that was still around in New Jersey, but it closed like 2 months ago. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was still stock left over from those events. I went there once. I went to the only Kmart left in New Jersey. I did in 2018. They had a 2016 Luigi and Guido, and one of those mini racer launchers. Oh god, how was it? My most vivid memory is there was just a fly going around in there. Just in the open, there was a fly. Yeah, it did finally close. R.I.P. Kmart. Well, there was one in New Jersey for a while. I'm not sure if there are any more. Two left in the world? Wow. Do you see a tumbleweed in there? Honestly, I might have. It was so dirty and there was just a bug going around. Since Jeff came first. Did Jeff come first? I didn't know they were released in order. Probably makes Miguel the least special of the metallics from that year. They should have done Carla instead. Carla would only have the green metallic or only have the blue metallic, so I don't mind Miguel. Think about the other cars, though. They're hard to do metallics of. Shu Todoroki, we know they can't pull off a metallic white car. They almost did that with the Pixar Fest Ramon. Max Schnell, his coloring's too dark, I think. Carla wouldn't have much of her metallic. I think they really just did the ones they could. Favorite 2024 new release? So far, it's got to be the tow truck. Chris Freightman. He's got to be my favorite so far. Looked it up, to our left, one in Long Island and one in Miami, Florida. I guess I'm going to Long Island then. Let's have a meet and greet at the last Kmart. Cars fan to meet up at the Florida Kmart. No, wrong one. I just said the other one. Who do you think Mattel will release next? There's no way of knowing. So I'm going to throw out the wild guess of the Roomba from Planes 2. Once I went to a Walmart in Mississippi that was utterly disgusting. All their stock was super old. The newest car I found there was from like 2018. Keep in mind I went there last year. Max would just be his Thailand variant. Is Thailand Max metallic? Let's take a long trip as a group, starting from the Florida Kmart to the Long Island Kmart, and fight over whatever cars they have. Yeah, see, that's why we can't have a fan meetup. People are gonna see one Jonathan Rentworth and go, that's mine. Best color changer from 2024. We've had like 2 so far, but it's Jeff. Yeah. Both Kmart's burned down in the process. We never should have gone here. I don't have any 2024 releases yet, so it's okay. I know some people consider the wave with DJ and Cruisin' McQueen 2024. I wouldn't count the Racing Center Mac as a color changer because he's a playset. He's a playset first and foremost. The fact that they made any part of him change color is really cool in my book. I don't think I'll pick up that set though. But got to be 3 from the McQueen with that Mac. Probably not a good idea. Kmart's are an endangered species. I know some people consider the DJ and Cruisin' McQueen wave a 2024 wave. I think the case number might be, but it released in like October, I think. So Mountain Dew DJ is a pretty good color changer. I wish he was more yellow. In the artwork, he looks yellow. And then, yeah, he's like a weird, ugly, greenish color. Giant K just falls down, taking everyone out. Oof. One time I lost a Ruby Easy Oaks in the ocean. I wonder what became of him. One time I almost lost a road trip McQueen from the 2016 road trip line in the ocean. I still have him. He's okay. We could have had Baja Blast DJ. Yeah. What a sticky situation. Not again. What's up with this is the second Cars sticker book reference today. Do you know any other color changers coming out this year? I wonder if they'll do the other tuners. I have no idea. They haven't been on rumor lists yet. Unfortunately, I don't have insider information. A lot of people think I do. I don't. I get so many comments from people being like, do you know if this is going to happen? I'm like, guys, I just talk about toy cars. I don't know. Then they dropped a Thomas book into water in Disney World. Well, I once dropped a Cars sticker book into a lake outside my hotel in Disney World. I've told this story before, but when I was a boy, I went to Disney World. I was like 3. I had a Cars sticker book with me, and I just yeeted it off of a ledge into water, and I never found it. And like, I remember everybody being like, "Why'd you do that?" And I did that because I was really young, and I wanted to know what would happen. Would it just sink to the bottom? Would I never see it again? The answer is no, I wouldn't. I didn't mean insider info, just if anything was announced. No, I know that's what you meant, but no, not yet. Other than a playset of Mac that comes to the Rusty's Racing Center McQueen, that's new. Honestly, fair being kids just doing dumb things to see what would happen. Yeah, exactly. I never got it back. I should do a video where I buy it online. Thank you for joining us, Caldio Studios. I'm gonna end the stream soon, too. Oh, I've been going for 2 hours. We got some good questions today. For some reason, it reminds me of this video where a guy chucks an Xbox out of a hotel window into a pool. He got kicked out of the hotel for it. Yeah, that happened to me once. No, I'm kidding. Who's the pity? What pity? I didn't mention a pity. What a pity. The guy next to Jeff? Like, oh, that's Brian Fuel. The, like, bartender one. Thanks for joining us, Kevin's Cars Reviews. That's not a pity, that's just some guy. Yeah, you're right. Ty, what's your greatest Cars-themed achievement? Having a YouTube channel for over 6 years with almost 8,000 subscribers where I just talk about cars. And occasionally throw Xboxes out of hotel windows. RRC Mac. Yeah, the color changer is of RRC Mac, the playset, which is funny because we still haven't gotten that as a regular diecast. Oops. Best thing to do for content. Yeah. There's got to be someone out there who runs an entire YouTube channel just based around dropping miscellaneous video game consoles into pools. What's up, guys? I've run out of content ideas, so today we're throwing a Virtual Boy into a pool. What's up, guys? Today I'm throwing my Leapster into a pool. What's up, guys? Let's see if my Steam Deck could survive a pool. Video idea: destroy diecast in various ways at Disney World /land. I'm gonna... You know that thing where people would, like, spread their relatives' ashes in the Haunted Mansion? I'm gonna hide a Lightning McQueen in the Haunted Mansion next time I'm at Disney. We're gonna put Mateo on the ground right next to the bride. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hide Mateo in the Haunted Mansion. Definitely gonna get Ty banned from Disney. I'm gonna go there in a Spider-Man costume and just aggravate people for no reason. Gamers, let's drop my V-Smile into the pool. See? Great channel idea. Just Put as many as you can in one spot, see how long it takes for them to get removed. Yeah, I'm just going to go on. As soon as I get off the ride, I'm going to go on again and see how many rides it takes before the cars are gone. Well, I mean, there are only 2 tuners left. They did 2 of the 4, so it's gonna be either Wingo or Boost. That's nothing. I dumped a Pac-Man arcade cabinet in the pool. What's up, guys? Today I'm throwing all of Space Invaders in there. What about the tuners from Tokyo Mater? They count too. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Then again, you know, it's a very broad statement. I don't really care. We'll see what happens. I mean, you know, could also just, like, not be accurate information. It's also, like, one of the easiest things you could assume about the car's mini racers. Like, yeah, we've gotten the tuners recently. Of course we're going to get more. Waiting on a mini racer's Kabuto. Yeah, the fact that he wasn't in that 3-pack and we got Suki instead. Like, come on. Silly Stargazer, we're going to throw the copy of Pixels 2015 starring Adam Sandler into the pool. Because it's video game related. You really think he would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? Who would do that, right? Yeah, totally. Kevin James plays the president in Pixels. He's straight up the president in that movie. If Kevin James ran for president, I'd vote for Kevin James. I just realized that I'm now old enough to vote, and this year will be the first year I could vote in an election. And I'm gonna just write Kevin James on the ballot. I want to make Pixels real. They'll probably release Mini Chisaki before Kabuto, and it's all Rodette's fault. Don't blame Rodette. We don't know if they wanted to make her first or Suki first. I'm just saying. We don't know which one they wanted to do first. The words of the nostalgic critic, President Paul Blart is going to shoot up aliens. What do you think is the saddest scene in Cars 3? The scene where, Oh no, Marina just sent me the video of the guy throwing the Xbox in the pool. Why is this 4 minutes long? What? Dropping a brand new Xbox One into a pool. Into Resort Spa. Wow. The saddest scene in Cars 3 is the scene where Nicky Knife Tire shows up. I cry every time. Rodette, obviously, because on the road, we don't know. It's like all build up, but the payoff is worth it. Okay, I'm going. Wow, he really chucked that from his window. The pool looks really far away. Why are you aware of this video? This is a really nice hotel room. He's got like a suite. Oh man. I don't want to show this because I don't know if this guy's gonna attempt to copyright strike me. But man, dude, I do not think I could throw an Xbox One that far. That's really impressive. It's honestly kind of impressive he made the shot. It really is. Can I don't want to promote this guy, but I'm just gonna throw the link. I'm just gonna throw the link in here, and you know, click it if you want. Wait, the stream's still going on? Yeah, we're gonna end it very soon. It's been in my brain for like a decade. It's that old? No. Oh, it is 10 years old. Why does this guy have 7 million subscribers? Top comment. IDKY, I remembered this video, but I felt like watching it again. I'm still impressed that he actually made it into the pool with the left hand. That's crazy. The best comment on here is, today I was fined $275 and almost kicked out of a Hawaii resort to prove that throwing an Xbox in water will make the Xbox wet. Hey, Rusty Studios just commented on my on my community post regarding being in the fact that we showed the clip where he made a joke about me in his video. This is what he said. Hey dude, I wasn't able to watch your current live stream the second it started, so I've been watching it from the beginning. I heard you respond to a comment about a reference I made to you in a recent video. I'd made a custom of your avatar as a quick, like, 20-second joke where he's looking for Mater. I had text on stream for a second letting people know that it wasn't actually you. Hope you don't mind, lol. There was also a shout out in the text letting people know to watch your Multiversal Dash fan film whenever it comes out. You seem kind of concerned without context, so I want to clear that up. Edit, I watched more of the stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, yeah. No, I watched it, yeah. Where's the community post? It's on my community page. Thanks, Rusty Studios. I love that the top comment has a profile picture of shocked Vegeta. He's truly in awe of the guy's Xbox throwing skills. Gotta add that to my important videos playlist. Please do, Calypso. Please do. Have you seen the one where the guy throws his cat in a pool? No, that's awful. Why? How dare you? This guy just insulted the goth girl card. Chisaki's the best card character. This is truly the greatest. This is Calypso the Poison Frog. I now need to see your important videos playlist. I must know. There you go. It's already been added in. Amazing. Dropping a brand new Xbox into a resort spa. The greatest video ever made. We did it. You know, we peaked. We've found the greatest video we will ever find. And my Tormentor's biggest fan review was in there too. Thanks. I saw you made a comment about including that, so that's why I wanted to look. Don't make them like they used to. Yeah, see, now it's like, I paid $200 million to get somebody else to throw my Xbox into a pool. People just don't take risks anymore. Thanks for letting me derail with Kmart and Xbox Running. Thank you, Marina. Goodbye. Well, I did throw a Steve Hursel into a trash can once, and he bounced off, so that was kind of crazy. Hachisaki, because I saw her in the store and was like, she's literally me. Let's go back to the good old days when people would destroy their own property. Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to the old days when Jake Paul would jump on news vans and start fires in his pool. Why start a fire in your pool when you could throw an Xbox into it? I'm a terrible role model. They're gonna cancel me one day. But they can't catch me. Anyway, this stream's been going on for far too long. And we're gonna end it soon. To go back to the old days when Logan Paul... Yeah, exactly, see? Now Logan Paul just runs crypto scams. No one has guts anymore. It's alright, Calypso, thank you for joining us. Calypso came from Uptown Funk. This is the first person I'm aware of who found out about my channel through Uptown Funk. And I just think that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna end in about 5 minutes. I tried shipping Chisaki and Otis once from their Cars 2, because they're both from Cars 2. I once tried shipping Clone Captain Rex and Oola from Return of the Jedi, because they're both from Star Wars. Goodbye, Stargazer. Can you go back to the days where you could just make a severe and continuous lapse in judgment? And that would be enough. Now you have to play an instrument to convince people. Yeah, see, now you gotta whip out a ukulele. I'm not gonna lie, in the summer when, you know, the ukulele apology was the big meme, I was following that situation closely, man. I was going to do a parody of that on my channel. Because my sister has a ukulele. I was going to get a ukulele, and I was going to be like, sorry for saying planes is bad. And then I didn't. I missed the bandwagon. Now it's beatboxing. Oh no! Yeah, I paid $50,000, guys, to make a video that was an animated music video where Chisaki chases down the TIE car. Yeah. I learned like the 4 chords that were looped over and over again for 10 minutes to that song. Oh, Rashish. Great. That video dropped right before I went on vacation to Disneyland, so the whole time we were in Disneyland, my sister and I, whenever we saw a train, would just call it the Toxic Gossip Train. Whenever that ukulele apology thing comes up in my brain, I think of the Breaking Glass song from Victorious. Yeah, that's what people were referencing. I too have never watched Victorious, but I've watched like most of the Quentin Reviews video. I have that in like my list of videos to watch when I'm working on big things. Anyway, should probably wrap things up here. I think we learned some very valuable lessons here today, like well, you know, when you don't go to Kmart, it may burn down. There's only 2 left. Don't spend $50K on Chisaki. Or maybe do that, actually. That may not be, I don't know. I don't know, man. I shouldn't have made that joke. Thank you all so much for watching this live stream. And remember, life is like a Cars channel. Some days you just don't post. Don't pay someone $50,000 to throw your Xbox into a pool. Okay, bye.